Imagine you are logging into your online banking account or entering your credit card details on a shopping website. Have you ever wondered how this sensitive information travels safely across the internet without being intercepted by hackers? The technology that protects this communication is called Transport Layer Security, or TLS. Within TLS, an important component responsible for protecting the actual data transmission is the TLS record protocol. The TLS record protocol is responsible for securely transmitting data between the client and the server over the internet.
In today's session, we will explore how this TLS record protocol works and how it protects the sensitive information during communication. So, let us briefly look at the agenda of this presentation. So, first we will understand the basic introduction to the TLS record protocol. Then we discuss the purpose of the TLS record protocol, basic characteristics of TLS record protocol, working process of TLS record protocol, various steps involved in the data protection, security services provided by the record protocol, example of secure data transmission, and the summary. Now, let us understand the introduction to the TLS record protocol. So, the TLS record protocol is the core protocol of the TLS architecture responsible for securing data communication between systems. It performs the several important functions such as the data fragmentation, data compression, that is optional, data encryption, and message authentication. These operations ensures that the data are transmitted over the network remain secure, confidential, and protected from tampering. So the TLS standards are developed by the IETF that we already discussed in the previous video. Now let's discuss the purpose of the TLS record protocol. So, the TLS record protocol is designed to achieve the several important objectives. The first objective is the confidentiality, which ensures that transmitted data cannot be read by the unauthorized user. The second objective is the data integrity, which ensures that the data or the message received is exactly same as the message sent. The third objective is to provide the secure communication channel between the client and server. So because of these capabilities, the TLS record protocol forms the foundation of secure data transfer in TLS based communication systems. Now let's discuss the basic idea of the TLS architecture. So the TLS architecture is designed to create the secure communication channel between the two entities. These two entities are the client and server. The client could be a web browser or mobile application used by the user, and the server is the system that provides the services such as the website, server hosting, and application. So the TLS operates between the application layer and the transport layer, and the transport layer using the TCP protocol. And this is a layered design that allows TCP to secure communication without modifying the existing application. Now let's discuss the position in the TLS architecture, means where this TLS record protocol exists. So within the TLS architecture, the TLS record protocol act as the foundation layer, and all higher level TLS protocols send their data to the record protocol before it is transmitted over the network. So this means the record protocol is responsible for applying the encryption and authentication to all TLS communication. And in simple terms, it acts as the security engine that protects the transmitted data. Now let's discuss the TLS record protocol process. So the TLS process includes various steps to ensure the secure communication. These steps include fragmentation, compression, message authentication code addition, encryption, transmission, and add SSL record header. So each of these steps contribute to ensuring that the data transmitted between systems remains secure and protected from attacks. So now let's discuss all these steps in detail. So the first step is a fragmentation. So in the first step, the TLS record protocol process is the fragmentation. In this step, the large application level data is divided into a smaller data block, and each block is processed independently by the protocol, and the maximum size of the each block is typically the 16 KB. So fragmentation helps improve the efficiency and allows secure processing of data in a manageable systems. The second step is compression. So in this step, the fragmented data may be compressed before encryption. Compression reduces the size of the transmitted data and improves the communication efficiency. And however, it is important to note that the compression is optional in TLS, and many modern TLS implementation disable compression due to the certain security risk. The third step is a message authentication code. So MAC ensures the data integrity during the transmission, and it allows the receiver to verify whether the data has been modified or tampered with while traveling across the network. So MAC values are generated using some cryptographic hash algorithms, which produce a unique fingerprint for each message. The next step is the encryption. So after adding the MAC value, the data is encrypted. So the encryption ensures the confidentiality, meaning the data that only is intended to the recipient can read the transmitted data. So the TLS typically uses the symmetric key encryption algorithms, which are fast and efficient for data transmission. Some common examples of algorithms are AES and ChaCha20. The next step is the add SSL TLS header. That is the final step. So after encryption, the protocol adds an SSL TLS header to the encrypted data. This header provides the important information required by the receiving system to correctly process the message. So this header is usually in the size of the 5 bytes, and these 5 bytes include 1 byte for the content type that identifies the type of the message, that is either it's a application data, or it's a handshake protocol data, or it's a alert data. The second thing is a version that occupies the 2 bytes and indicates the TLS protocol version being used. The third is a length that is also occupies 2 byte, that specifies the length of the encrypted data in record. So once the header is added, the complete TLS record is ready to transmit it over the network. Now let's discuss the example. So let's take an example of the secure website communication. So when a user opens a secure HTTPS website, the browser communicates with the server using the TLS. And any data that is exchanged between the browser and the server is processed by the TLS record protocol. The protocol fragments the data, applied authentication and encryption, and then securely transmits the information. And this ensures that sensitive information such as the login credentials or the payment details remain protected. Now let's discuss the advantages of TLS record protocol. So the TLS record protocol provides the several advantages. It protects sensitive information from the unauthorized access. It ensures secure and reliable data transmission. It detects message tampering during communication, and it provides a strong encryption to protect data confidentiality. So because of these benefits, the TLS protocol is a critical component of the modern internet security. summarize, the TLS record protocol is a fundamental component of the TLS security architecture, and it is responsible for securely transmitting data between the client and server. And the protocol process data through the several steps, including the fragmentation, compression, authentication, encryption, and header addition. And these operation ensures the confidentiality, integrity of the transmitted data. So thank you for watching, and I hope this session helped you to understand the TLS record protocol. And if you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more lectures, and share your question in the comment section. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.